Hi everybody, welcome back to Sniper Elite 5, and in this video I wanted to show you how you can move around more safely in urban environments, especially when you're moving around in built-up areas, in buildings like this. Because one of the frustrating things about Sniper Elite traditionally has been it's really good when you're out in the open and you've got long sight lines. But when you're in buildings or you're in little towns and villages like this, there's always the possibility that you walk around a corner and you just bump into an enemy because you haven't seen the little observation cloud that floats around with them, or you're running along or something. Now we have this new mode in Sniper Elite 5 called Focus Mode, and to activate it, you hold down left Alt on PC, or you click and hold down your R3 stick or your right stick on controller. Just click and hold it down, and then release it, and you'll go into Focus Mode. And in this mode, basically Karl's using his hearing to really listen so that the level of noise goes down. You can only move slowly, and it enables you to kind of, see through walls basically. But I remember seeing this in the tutorial when I first started playing the game, and I was a bit like, well, that's a bit silly. But actually, having used it an awful lot, it is really, really good, because in a real life situation, as much as this sniper is a real life situation, as you would be moving around stealthily, as Karl does, you would be able to hear people's footsteps, and in 3D space you'd be able to figure out where they were without physically seeing them line of sight. And this is what this mode does. So for example, if we look on the mini-map in the bottom left hand corner, you'll see that there's definitely people sort of to my left, and can you just about see that faint outline of that soldier there? And then you get a white dot, so you get a better idea of where he is, and when you come out of focus mode, that white dot will slowly disappear. There we go, and it's just replaced by the little cloud. And this really does help. It doesn't mean you need to go slowly, but you just activate it, and you can kind of get an idea of where soldiers are, and then act accordingly. And it stops, severely reduces those times when you're creeping around in a building, and there's a soldier right there, and you don't see him, and you go around the corner and you bump into him. You don't melee kill him first time, and you kind of you get zapped, and a firefight starts. You get killed, or a firefight starts. The alarms go off, and all of a sudden you're in the middle of a massive firefight. So that's really good. Now, as a bonus tip as well, there's something else you can do, which is a bit cheating, to be honest. But what you can do is, if you're really trying to figure out where an enemy is, you can pause the game and go into photo mode, and then enable the camera controls, and you can look around corners anyway. Now I know that's really cheating the game, but I guess especially when you're playing on the hardest difficulty levels, and you haven't got those little clouds going around, and you're not tagging enemies, that sort of stuff, this kind of makes it really tactical, doesn't it? Because you kind of look around spaces and then act accordingly. And then we can come out of photo mode, and then do. Here we go. This chap's come to investigate, so I better get back to the game. I think he's about to blow up, actually. So I booby trapped a body. Oh, is he going to investigate the body? No, I love booby trapping bodies in Sniper Elite 5. No, he's coming up the stairs, which means that he's going to get melee killed in a minute. Here he comes. Here we go. Sorry, another German soldier about to meet his maker. So there we go. Sniper Elite 5. Just remember, hold down left Alt, or click and hold in your right stick on console. You click and hold it in for a little bit, then release, and you go into the mode, and then click and hold it again, and you'll come out of the mode. Very, very useful. Helps you to see. It sounds silly when I say it helps you see through walls, but that's what it does. But it enables you to see enemies and move around in buildings without having tagged those enemies first. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have it, like, from some more thing, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.
That's all.